Hello everyone, this is Anthony, Wall Street Trader's son, and before we get into this video, let's go through the disclaimer real quick. This is not financial advice. The opinion you should follow should be your own and or with a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes and to outline my own personal opinions as well. The intraday updates are on twitter.com, the links below. And to stay up to date with my latest videos, click on that subscribe button. And now into the stock markets with my dad.
Good evening, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 9:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night, June 27, 2021. Current position here in Nucypher. So multiple entry points. We're down to 43.7 cents on an average cost basis. I'm 100% in to my investment as I have layered in at various allocations, 20%, 10%, 20%, all the way down till finally I hit my 100% mark. And now I have a full amount of my investment that I wanted towards Nucypher is now in Nucypher. Let's go to the markets. Nucypher US dollar, we're at 23.62. Nothing dramatic here, although we've seen some major activity. Taking a look over here, we've got two spikes. One yesterday that I talked about, another one today around 12:05. Again, these are fairly demonstrable. We're going from like 21 cents up to 25 and a half. It's almost 20-something% right there, just in a matter of moments. We have to keep our eye on this. A couple of reasons why I think we're doing well with this, and we'll talk about that in a second. Let's just go over here, and might I just remind everyone that Nucypher US dollar, which is what we just looked at, is equal to the inner strength of Nucypher multiplied by Bitcoin. And let's take a look at what's going on. And I want everyone to understand that there's a mathematical equivalent down below. Take a look at that, write it down. I'm sure if you do the math, you'll see it's exactly correct. But we're going to go into that later. Let's go straight here. We're in Nucypher Bitcoin. If we zoom in again, we had two big upticks over the last 2 days. Here was one. We almost hit the smile, came right back down. And we had another kind of halfway point from the prior day. But still, we made a pretty sharp spike up, came back down. Well, we have to see a couple of things in Bitcoin that just came out a couple of days ago, which is where I think some of this buying activity might be coming from, is a lot of optimism. And I think that the optimism might be driven from some of this chatter around inflation. Now, this is not hidden news. This is stuff, even though this is being talked about over the last couple of days, this came out on the vote of, as part of that Keanu merger weeks ago. So we have to make one thing, we have to understand one thing here, is that, so first and foremost, what we already knew was that Nucypher and Keep had already said, all right, as a part of this merger, right now we're going to suspend any inflation. So what they're trying to do between now and the point at which they actually merge is to understand how the inflation will work. And what I like about it is that they're taking in a community discussion around it versus doing a unilateral discussion. And why is that important? Well, because it takes into multiple considerations, technical considerations, investor like ourselves consideration. It takes multiple groups to kind of kumbaya around a decision. And I think that it's important that they've done that. Stakers want to have a decision also. So you have stakers, you have investors, you have technicals, all sorts of things, even business. I think there's just multiple factors here playing out, and that they are not just taking this into their own hands and they're bringing it out to folks that are owners of Nucypher. I think that's a fair and democratic process in terms of how to handle it. So we'll see. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, rather, which is the other crypto that we look at, which is the benchmark. So we have broken out of the downward broadening wedge, kind of coming back down though, touching it and then coming back up. So we're kind of rallying here. We're like 34,647. Hard to say. It's kind of like bullish. I have this bullish feeling on a Sunday night. Normally bullish bullishness on a Sunday night result in bullishness on a Monday morning. We're going to have to see how this thing operates by tomorrow. Could be a whole different story, but we'll keep our eye on this. A couple of things in the news everyone should understand. Tighter regulation. I've been saying this for so long, and everyone's saying, run for the hills, regulation's coming. That is not how it works. That's how it works if you have only one thing it's used for. It's a like it could be a pharmaceutical where they only have one drug that they can offer, and they can't get it done because the FDA doesn't approve. Well, this is not that kind of thing. This is already being adopted worldwide. I'm not worried one bit about it. I think regulation will help because it will remove the folks that say Bitcoin's bad because thieves and drug dealers and this and that. That's fine. Regulate it, and this way we don't have to hear that anymore. It's not going to change much. I guarantee you there's more good money in Bitcoin than there is bad money. So I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Fiat is fraud. This is the person, he's a billionaire, who's a Mexican billionaire, if you can, wow. And take a look. This guy is talking about just completely trying to get his bank to accept Bitcoin by talking, he's tweeting back and forth with some folks. I think that this, I guess it's Michael Saylor, and this is actually pretty good. It's yet, like I said, Latin American countries, South American countries, Central American countries. These are the folks that will probably adopt this sooner than later, and I fully anticipate we're going to see more of this coming out of those countries faster than it will even happen for sure in Asia, but. We'll have to take this day by day. Look, the States are certainly starting to pick it up. Parts of Europe are picking it up. You cannot stop this train. Anyway, it is Sunday night. I'm sure you're all exhausted. We'll catch up tomorrow. Take care.